Remember the time when Jordan wanted more. Remember the time when people in Jordan's life did not believe in him. Remember the time when he almost gave up on the possibilities inside him. Remember the time he complained a lot but did very little. There comes a moment in life when you must see that more has to be done than just complaining. You have to know that no other opportunities are waiting for you if you don't work for the first one given to you. You don't have much time left, so there is no reason to complain. You are not in the position to complain. You must see that there is another version of you, something greater, something more challenging waiting. If you don't step out of your comfort zone, if you don't understand your own potential, everything you are working for will soon end. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to show you that bigger things are happening around you than your complaints. You complain so much but take no action. If you could trade places with someone, that person may have it even harder than you. Many people are suffering in this world right now, but you complain. Many people would wish to trade places with you, yet you complain. You don't have the right to give up. You don't have the right to throw in the towel. You are here for a reason. Only certain people can take things to the next level. There should never be limits on what you are seeking or how far you are willing to go. People get lazy. People put themselves in small boxes and say they are okay. Life is not about being okay. How do we grow? How do you grow? Success comes with struggles, challenges, and unknowns. But go back to where it started. Remember when you wanted more. You cannot feed your hunger with negativity. Doubt will not give you power. You must see that life is testing you. You may feel broken. You may think you will break. But you are built to last. You don't have the right to complain anymore. Keep living strong. I dare you to visit a hospital and see people of all ages fighting sickness. Some may not recover. Walk in neighborhoods with homeless people. No food. No clothes. Realize maybe your life is not so bad. Maybe it's time to stop chasing misery and start chasing dreams. Reconnect with yourself. This is not the time to waste yourself. You have so much to give. Waiting will do nothing. You must ignite the desire inside you. Next time you complain or worry, ask, is it making me better? Taking me higher? Or am I being complacent? Climbing the mountain takes work. Getting to the top is not the end. Find another way higher. Do what you need to do to reach your best version. Don't lose yourself in fear or doubt. Dare to be better. Dare to be unique. Dare to be the best the world has yet to see. Now, remember the time when Casey felt tired, when he felt like giving up completely. Remember the moments of doubt, the moments when the world seemed too heavy to carry. Those were the times that built strength inside him without him even knowing it. Every struggle, every failure, every disappointment was preparing him for something greater. You have to understand that your obstacles are not your enemies. They are your teachers. They are lessons waiting to be learned. If you ignore them, you will remain the same. If you face them, you will grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Life does not reward those who wait. Life rewards those who act, those who fight, those who refuse to quit. You must take responsibility for every choice, every action, every step you take. The path will be hard. You will fall. You will fail. But falling is not the end. Failure is not defeat. It is the moment before you come back, the moment before you rise. Look around you. There are people who dream, but never act. There are people who have chances, but never take them. You are different. You have the power to move forward, to push harder, to reach higher. Do not let fear stop you. Do not let doubt paralyze you. You are stronger than you realize. You are braver than you believe. And you are meant for more than what you are settling for right now. So, rise up, push forward, and never forget why you started. Every step you take today is a step closer to the life you have always wanted. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep achieving. Your best version is waiting, but you must reach for it. Do not stop now. The world is waiting for what only you can give. Casey had to accept that the journey would not be easy. He had to face days when nothing seemed to go right, when every step felt heavier than the last. But he remembered the fire inside him, the reason he started. You have to understand that struggles are not signs to stop. They are signs to keep going. Every failure, every setback, every hard moment is shaping you, teaching you, preparing you for something bigger. You cannot let fear or doubt control your path. You cannot wait for everything to be perfect. Growth happens in discomfort, in persistence, in pushing beyond what you thought was possible. When you feel tired, when you feel weak, that is the exact moment to push harder. That is the moment to rise above the excuses, the distractions, the negative thoughts. Life will challenge you, test you, and question your strength. But every challenge is an opportunity. Every obstacle is a chance to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop waiting for approval. The only person you need to prove anything to is yourself. Keep moving. Keep climbing. Keep believing. Your best self is waiting at the top, but you must fight for it every single day. Now, Casey realized that the climb was far from over. Every morning he woke up, he faced the same doubts, the same fears, the same questions about whether he was enough, whether he could make it, whether he had what it takes to reach the life he wanted. But deep inside, he knew the answer. He knew that the only way to move forward was to take action, to keep going, to never settle for less than what he was capable of. Life was not going to hand him success on a silver platter. Life was not going to wait for him to feel ready or to stop being afraid. Success, achievement, greatness, they demanded persistence, sacrifice, and courage. Every single day, Casey reminded himself that nothing worth having comes easy. Every great accomplishment required work, struggle, and a willingness to push through even when everything seemed against you. He remembered the times he had given up before, the times he had doubted himself, the times he had let fear stop him, and he made a promise to himself that he would never let that happen again. No more excuses, no more complaining, no more waiting for someone else to make things happen for him. He had to take control of his life, take responsibility for his dreams, and put in the work required to reach them. Casey understood that the path to success was not straight. It was filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments that tested his strength and determination. He knew that every challenge he faced was not meant to break him but to build him. Every failure, every rejection, every disappointment was a step toward growth, a step toward becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. He realized that the only way to truly succeed was to embrace the struggle, to see it as a necessary part of the journey, not as something to avoid or complain about. He reminded himself that the people who succeeded, the people who reached greatness, were not the ones who had an easy path. They were the ones who persevered when it was hard, who kept going when it felt impossible, who refused to quit when everyone else would have given up. Every morning, Casey pushed himself to take at least one step forward, no matter how small. Some days, it was just a small action, a tiny decision that moved him closer to his goal. Other days, it required more hours of work, moments of self-doubt, decisions that tested his courage and willpower. But he did not stop. He reminded himself that every effort, every moment of persistence, was an investment in the life he wanted to create. He knew that time was limited, that every day he wasted was a day he could not get back. He could not afford to wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect conditions, or for someone else to give him permission to succeed. He had to take control of his own destiny, to create the opportunities he wanted, and to pursue them with all the energy, focus, and determination he could muster. Casey also realized that his mindset was just as important as his actions. He had to guard his thoughts, his beliefs, and his emotions. Negativity, doubt, and fear could stop him faster than any external obstacle. He had to believe in himself, even when no one else did. He had to see the possibilities that others could not see. He had to trust that he had the power, the skills, and the resilience to overcome whatever challenges came his way. He reminded himself that greatness was not about luck or talent alone. It was about consistency, effort, and the willingness to keep going, even when it felt impossible. He took time to reflect on the people around him, on the world outside his own life. He thought about those who were suffering, those who had less than he had, those who faced unimaginable struggles every single day. And he realized that complaining or giving up was a waste. He realized that he had a responsibility to himself and to the world, to use his talents, his energy, and his time wisely. Every moment he spent worrying or hesitating was a moment he could have used to move closer to his dreams. He knew that the path was hard, but he also knew that he was capable of walking it. He reminded himself that the challenges he faced were temporary, but the lessons and growth he gained from overcoming them would last a lifetime. Casey also understood the power of action over intention. He realized that wanting something was not enough. Dreaming was not enough. Planning without action was meaningless. He had to do, not just think. He had to move, not just hope. Every day he took deliberate steps toward his goals. No matter how uncomfortable or difficult it was, he knew that the life he wanted would not come to him if he stayed passive. He had to earn it, fight for it, and fight through it. Casey also realized that he faced moments of doubt. Moments when fear tried to take over. Moments when giving up seemed easier than pushing forward. But he remembered the hunger he felt inside. The desire to be more, to achieve more, to reach the highest version of himself. He reminded himself that his journey was unique, that no one else could walk his path for him. He could not rely on others to do the work he needed to do. He had to step up, take control, and embrace the discomfort, the struggle, and the hard work that would lead him to his dreams. Casey began to see every obstacle as a teacher. Every failure was a lesson. Every disappointment was an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. He understood that success was not about avoiding difficulties, but about mastering them, about learning from them, and about using them as stepping stones toward the life he wanted. He reminded himself daily that his persistence, his belief, and his consistent effort were the most powerful tools he had. He could not allow fear, doubt, or laziness to steal his potential. He had to fight for every step forward, and he had to keep going no matter what. He also understood the importance of vision. He kept a clear picture in his mind of the life he wanted, the person he wanted to become, and the impact he wanted to make in the world. This vision became his compass, guiding him through moments of uncertainty, fear, and struggle. Every decision, every action, every effort was measured against this vision. If it did not move him closer to his goals, he adjusted, adapted, and refocused. He refused to allow distractions, negativity, or doubt to take him off his path. He reminded himself that the only way to achieve greatness was to stay focused, disciplined, and determined, no matter how difficult it became. Resilience was built through consistency. It was not one act of courage, one day of effort, or one moment of inspiration that would make him successful. It was the daily, relentless, disciplined effort to keep moving forward, even when the results were not visible, even when progress felt slow, even when it felt impossible. He reminded himself that every small action compounded over time. Every effort added to the momentum that would eventually carry him to the life he dreamed of. He understood that life would continue to test him. There would always be obstacles, challenges, and moments of doubt. But he also understood that he had the power to rise above them, to keep moving forward, and to create the life he wanted. He reminded himself daily that quitting was not an option. He reminded himself that greatness required persistence, courage, and an unwavering belief in oneself. Casey committed to living fully, pushing past comfort, and embracing every challenge as an opportunity. He decided to stop wasting energy on complaints, excuses, or fear. He focused on action, growth, and progress. He understood that the life he wanted would not come easy, but he also knew that he was capable of achieving it through consistent effort, resilience, and belief in himself. Every day, Casey reminded himself of the fire inside him, the hunger to achieve more, the desire to be better than he was yesterday. He took deliberate steps, faced challenges head-on, and refused to let fear or doubt stop him. He realized that his journey was his own, that he alone could shape his future, and that every choice he made, every action he took, was a building block toward his dreams. He committed to keep going, no matter how hard it became, no matter how many obstacles appeared, and no matter how many times he felt like giving up. Casey's journey taught him that greatness is not given. It is earned. It is built through struggle, persistence, and the refusal to quit. It is shaped by resilience, discipline, and consistent action. Every challenge, every failure, every moment of doubt is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. He understood that the life he wanted required effort, courage, and relentless determination, and he committed to giving everything he had to achieve it.